Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, July 19th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Hey, if you also read our stories on Facebook, please bear with us. We are having some trouble with Facebook and eyeonannapolis.net shaking hands, quote unquote, when sharing stories to Facebook. It's showing up with a 403 forbidden error. Nobody is forbidden. Just head on over to eyeonannapolis.net. It's all there for you. It's always free, as always. Well, it is Friday, and we better get into the news, shall we? Maryland State Prosecutor Charlton Howard III announced that Erica Griswold, the former Anne Arundel County Register of Wills, was sentenced to 18 months of prison, but that was all suspended, plus 2 years of probation for misconduct in office. Griswold admitted that in June of 2023, she falsely claimed a cashier's check for $6,645 intended for a non-probate inheritance tax was for her personal use, subsequently cashing it and keeping the money. Howard did emphasize the betrayal of public trust and thanked the involved law enforcement agencies for their efforts. The Maryland Board of Public Works approved $148.3 million in state spending reductions to balance the budget while increasing funds for child care and Medicaid. Governor Wes Moore highlighted the necessity of these reductions to ensure fiscal stability and long-term economic growth. The cuts address higher than expected demand for Medicaid and child care programs. Moore noted that upon taking office that the state's economy had been stagnant. Critics, including Maryland Republicans and the chief public defender, described the cuts as fund transfers rather than true budget cuts, warning of potential impacts on the underfunded agencies. This one's from the Tell Me Something I Don't Already Know file, but President Joe Biden tested positive for COVID-19 amid a national increase in emergency room visits and hospitalizations. While Maryland's hospitalizations remain low, virus activity is very high. The Mid-Atlantic region saw a 1.7% increase in test positivity. The FLIRT variant, which is F-L-I-R-T, some acronym that I don't know what it means, but that's causing the most new cases. It's characterized by symptoms such as sore throat, cough, and fatigue. Despite milder illness, officials do stress continued precautions like masking and avoiding crowded areas, and I am going to dispute that being a milder illness. This one kicked my butt. All right, here's a secret scoop of the day. Blowfish Poke Hawaiian Grill is going to be taking over the old Moe's Southwest Grill space on Dock Street soon. The lease has been signed, the build-out will commence soon, and knowing the city of Annapolis, their permitting process and everything else, probably should be open sometime in 2029. I'm kidding, sort of. Not really. Maybe. I don't know. They have not announced a tentative opening date just yet, so do stay tuned, but Blowfish Poke Hawaiian Grill is coming to Dock Street. All right, here are our picks for things to check out this weekend, and actually it's a pretty light weekend. Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. at Quiet Waters Park, the Naval Academy's Bravo Zulu Brass Band will perform a free concert. Bring a picnic and a bottle of wine and have some fun, and you want to think New Orleans jazz. Also tomorrow at Maryland Hall at 7:30, it is a Chilean folk concert. And not being a Spanish speaker, I am not even going to try to pronounce the name of the band. But I do love the diverse shows at Maryland Hall. Tickets are only $10, and you can get them at marylandhall.org. Sunday at 6:30 p.m. down at City Dock, it is the Summer Concert Series sponsored by the Art and Public Places Commission. That is a freebie as well. And since we mentioned the Naval Academy a little bit ago, the U.S. Naval Academy's band, which is a different one, will be performing another free concert at City Dock at 7:30 on Tuesday evening, a little bit into next week. And finally, I'm not sure why, but Alderwoman Ellie Tierney sent out a memo saying that Dinner Under the Stars for this Saturday has been canceled. And of course, you do want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this Saturday at noon. This week, we wrap up our real estate series with Abode Title and Escrow. And I think we're done with the bonus pods for a little bit too, but do give Tom Papa and Rise and Shine Bakery a listen. Today on Canines and Crosstreks, we meet Harpy, a 2-year-old female pit mix who is so sweet if not a little excitable. Listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for some irresistible photos and get all of the information on how you can adopt her. And again, don't forget that we have our daily newsletter that features only the top local news stories of the day. We send it out to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night. Yes, that's 366 days this year, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't release a DNB on Saturday or Sunday. Here is a link right here in the show notes for you, and please feel free to share it. All right, that's it. Now it's time just to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world, and if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. It's Friday, the weekend is here, and now it is time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Now hang tight because DCMDVA Weather is here, bringing the only locally forecasted weather report you need to care about, and of course, Canines and Crosstreks, so do hang around for that. All that's coming your way in just a minute.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX. which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, July 19th. Yesterday was a step in the right direction with much better conditions than the previous 4 days. And today and even tomorrow should be nicer, with temps staying near late July averages for pretty much all of next week. Look for sunny skies today with lower humidity and highs in the upper 80s to maybe lower 90s, with Saturday bringing mixed skies and a small chance of some showers and storms, with highs down into the mid to upper 80s, 4 p.m. highs to be followed by more of the same on Sunday, with temperatures back up near 90 degrees for afternoon highs. As for next week, the expectation is 4 p.m. highs to stay in the upper 80s to maybe lower 90s each day, Monday through the weekend, with a general daily chance of showers and storms across the region as we continue to make our way through the second half of July 2024 in what has already proven to be a very hot summer. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X each day for updates, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Well, last week we had Burger and Bob running around the office at Annapolis Subaru, and this week we've got Harpy.
We
right?
have Harpy, yes.
A little bit bigger than the other two, even combined.
Yeah, she's about 40 pounds, so she's a lot bigger than the other two.
Probably like four times the weight.
Pretty much four times the weight. So she actually came to us as a mom and she came in with her puppies. She came from Animal Care and Control, and so all her puppies are home, and now she needs a home. She's 2 years old, and she's a pit bull terrier mix, and lots of energy, good energy, but just lots of energy. So she's had a couple meet and greets with people that have had dogs, and she's just a little too happy to see them. Not in an aggressive way or anything.
How is that possible?
High energy. Whole lot of energy. Now, we don't think she's going to do well with cats. So anyone applying, we think it should be a home without cats. And she likes she gets along great with the dogs at the shelter. She's been in some play groups. But obviously we're going to do meet and greets and make sure she's not too much.
I imagine that's a fine line these dogs need to walk on these meet and greets. That's a lot of pressure on a dog, I think.
It is.
Do you think they know what's going on?
Maybe they know exactly what's going on.
Are they like hyping themselves up for the meet and greet?
It could be. We try to take them for like a walk when the weather's not so hot prior to the meet and greet, just to kind of get some of their energy out. So when they do meet, it's not like, oh, I just came out of the kennel and I'm, a little too overzealous to be out.
I wonder if they judge you like, oh, this woman is irritating. I don't want to go home with her.
You know what?
Or this, and I bet you they do.
They do say that animals' instincts are better than ours. So probably, you're right.
I want to go home with that nice lady that has the office and the cute little white puppies in the administration building and drives the white Subaru Crosstreks.
Listen, if I bite people long enough, I'm going to end up with Kelly.
That's right. I think that's it. And then they get to go to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts during the day, go to the drive-thru and get a puppuccino.
Yeah, and they still get to bite John.
That's right. That's it.
It's a good life. Well, I'll tell you, a good life. I've seen that Hyundai and Subaru on their EVs are having great leasing rates.
Yeah, no, we've got really good specials on the Solterra right now. So we still have the 0% up to 72 months, but then we also have federal tax credits and some really good leases right now.
Well, I was reading an article that was talking about just the whole EV thing going on in the country, and they were saying that EVs are still high priced enough that they're almost a luxury item as opposed to people looking to buy maybe a gas car or something like that. But they're saying that the pre-owned EVs are considerably less and even lower than some of their counterparts in used gas.
Sure.
Which is cool. So, I mean, if
leasing is a really good option, especially if you're just entering into the EV world, right? Which a lot of people are.
Sure.
You can, really get an idea of if you like it or not, give it a shot. And the incentives on the leases are really, they're pretty great right now. I mean, you can get a pretty low payment and not have really much maintenance or any gas to put in the car, obviously, but it's just a good way to kind of try it out with not that long-term commitment,
Yeah. I mean, you can only get so much in a test drive.
Yeah. So, after 3 years,
charged
for a 2 year or 3 year, or I guess they go up to crazy 5 and 6 year leases too now.
We don't. 36 months.
That's probably the sweet spot.
Yeah. 39 months, 42, but 36 months is usually.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Well, kudos to you, Kelly, and the SPCA.
Great job, Kelly. What'd you do?
I don't know. What did I do? What did I do, John?
You sound like my kids. No, I just saw.
Exactly.
I saw on the Facebook where you asked for help with filling your pantry because it was empty, and
yes, we did.
And the community dumped a bunch of dog food and cat food on you.
Yes. So it's actually even more kudos to the community for stepping up for us. I mean, we were absolutely thrilled and could not believe how the community stepped up for us. I mean, the Amazon trucks, the UPS trucks, and the FedEx trucks just kept coming. And it was like Christmas morning. It really was.
It's probably why we're here at Annapolis Subaru, because they have so much food in their conference room.
That's right. And it was box after box after box, and it was very exciting. But all the staff stepped up, and we were thrilled to be bringing those boxes inside and
so what did you do? Just make an announcement on social media?
Yeah, between kitten season and our food bank program, obviously that's in demand too. So we were just running out of food. And so we just said, hey, anybody out there want to help us with some kitten stuff and dog stuff? And we just got such a great response. So I thank everybody out there that donated.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned kitten food and kitten season. I mean, cats are still a hot commodity.
Oh my gosh. We have kittens and more kittens. So anybody out there that's thinking about coming out and adopting now is definitely the time for the kittens. And we have just so many. We have a bunch at Paws at the Mall, and then we have a great amount in foster right now. And a lot more coming back to the shelter now because now they're old enough to be altered. So then once they're altered, they leave their foster home and then they come to us.
And July is AOGO.
Yes, it
which
is.
is a really horrible acronym. AOGO.
AOGO?
Yeah. Adopt one, get one.
Hey.
I like it. I like it.
So for two kittens, you can adopt one and you get one for free.
And the kittens love it because they want to continue playing and just running around chasing each other. And same with our bonded pairs, 8 years and up. So
when you get all these people that send this food to the SPCA, do you ever like get the stuff that they accidentally order and send to the SPCA after that? Like, have you ever done it where like you order something from Amazon and like you're somewhere and you have it come to an address, and then the next time you order something, it accidentally goes to that address?
You know what? I think that may happen because a couple times we've gotten a couple pairs of really good shoes.
Yeah.
We do track down the owner of them and then they come pick them up. But we have gotten like these
it's
cool
gotta happen.
running shoes.
Like with that amount of people that are sending stuff, like it has to happen.
Yeah, we've gotten some interesting things. The dogs are out there wearing.
Sorry, that just popped into my head, and I was
yes,
like,
it does
"There's
happen.
got to be stuff that comes there after something
and you know
like
what?
this."
None of us even thought we're like, oh, they misdelivered. I bet you that's what.
Yeah, no, they just went and ordered something,
Yeah.
and they just went through and hit
And it
buy
came
on
to us.
Amazon.
Because
and
we're like, this street is nowhere near here. This isn't, they might have meant something like Spay Ridge Avenue.
Mystery solved.
Thank you, Billy.
Meanwhile, the SPCA running team has some nice shoes.
We've got some great.
Where do these new shoes keep coming from? They're awesome.
Who wears a size 8? No, I'm kidding.
And there is a running team.
We do. We have a race team that still runs, but it hasn't in the past few weekends.
Oh, man, it's so hot.
A little warm for that.
No chance. I don't even like walking outside right now. It's brutal.
I was impressed that the paint hasn't peeled off of the Subarus.
It's pretty resilient. Well, the good thing that all these cars, they have all the ones with the push button starts have the remote start you can do from your phone. So days like today is a perfect day to start your car from your phone, from inside your house, regulate your temperature.
Wait a second. Can my car do that?
Yes.
For real?
Are you serious?
I didn't come back for my second
lesson. This is what happened.
Because I didn't come back for my second lesson. You guys called me.
So this is what
it's like, I know everything about my car.
These cars are like your brain. There's a lot of stuff that they do that you probably don't use. But yeah, you got the Starlink app on your phone. You have 3 years of the remote start.
Oh,
you have it.
I have it.
You know what? Before you leave today, I'm going to make sure somebody hooks it up for you.
Okay.
It's probably
awesome.
hooked up. You actually have it. You can probably just use it. You just got to open the app.
Now think fast forward to the winter.
Yeah.
When it's really cold.
Yeah.
Well, I know. And I already went through a cold winter with it and didn't use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys did such a good job teaching me all that I needed to know.
But there's a lot that happens when you buy a car. There's a lot that happens when you buy a car. And that's why we have a Love Encore redelivery specialist who reaches out to our customers 2 weeks after they purchase the vehicle. And we encourage our customers to come back in so we can re-go over the vehicle with them, make sure that they understand how to work it.
And
is that hard? Do you have a low acceptance rate on that?
Return rate?
No, we actually, we're trying to get more and more people, and we actually give you a $25 gas card to come back in and do it because it's that important for us to know that our customers know how to work their vehicles.
Me.
Yeah, absolutely, Kelly. I'm glad that you brought this up. But yeah, it's really important that everyone knows how to work their cars and because a lot of times what'll happen is if somebody might think that something's not working properly and they'll come to service and they'll schedule an appointment
exactly
and everything's good. They just they may have turned off a setting or it's working the way that it should. So yes, we have a dedicated Love Encore redelivery specialist to make sure that everyone who buys cars from us knows how they work.
And obviously Subaru knows this, but I think 2 weeks is a perfect time because you've gotten to know your car.
Yeah, you drive your
like,
car.
What's that button for? And why does it say that? And like you said with Teresa, that it reminded her.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I was looking at Kelley Blue Book put out a study. They put the new Forester against the Buick Envision, I think it was called. Said it all came out very close. Said the Envision was a little bit more luxurious and reminded you of sort of a very low entry luxury vehicle, luxury SUV.
Okay.
Said, but as far as handling, safety, hands down out to the Forester. He said, I mean, the plusher leather and the tufted stuff and in the Buick, and said, if that's what you want, or if you're looking for safety and handling.
So we're safer and better than a Buick. I like it.
It's a good tagline for now.
I love it. Yeah. For all of you out there looking for Buicks, consider a Subaru.
Hey, Kelly Blue Book, man, they're legit.
All right.
They're legit.
Okay.
I like the name Kelly Blue Book.
There you go. And we're still on our roll with our adoptions.
Yes, we are.
On our pieces. So that's exciting. So I'm excited. I know last week, hopefully Bob and Berger will be going home. I know they got
their siblings.
Yep. They had their, we got probably to check into the mom, dad, and girlfriend.
That's right.
There's some drama there. There's probably some drama there.
And again, Puppy Plunge, August 25th. AAC SPCA, if you'd like to sponsor, if you'd like to exhibit, any business, but I mean, the pet adjacent or pet businesses, vets or anything like that. It's great place to be to see about 1,000 people probably.
Yeah, we usually get between 800 and 1,000 people, and we take our adoptable animals too. We take our mobile unit out, so we will have SPCA dogs there too.
I have ordered my harness for my GoPro camera, so I want to find probably some kind of a lab that's just going to lose its freaking mind
and just go. Yes.
Strap it onto the chest and let it roll out into the Road River. But that's August 25th, and you want to put that on your calendar because it's a fun day, regardless of whether it's hot or cold or rainy. Because I mean, just all these dogs lose their mind, and they got great food trucks, and it's just a really fun time, whether you have a dog or not.
Do you ever do it where like they're all there like waiting to go in and like somebody has one ball?
Yeah. Well, we
throws the ball out and then it's like whatever dog gets it and comes back wins.
No, but it's a really good idea. But we have in the past, the first couple of years, tried to say, okay, the first plunge, if it starts at 11 o'clock, first plunge is going to be 11:15. So everybody's standing there up along the water, holding their dogs back. And we thought that was going to be kind of fun to get a great picture and a video of that. But the dogs were just wanting to get in so badly. And it was just screaming and screeching these dogs. We just said, well, we can't do that. So we couldn't ever do like a start time. I mean, they were.
So you can't like stretch out a little line. Okay, dogs, everybody line up behind the little tape.
I think the owners are like, we cannot do this any longer. So, but either way, when they first get there, it is quite a sight. I mean, the funnest part is to be in the actual water and seeing them all just run towards you.
Coming to you.
Yes.
That'd be wild. But August 25th is a date that you definitely want to put on your calendar for that. And get down to Camp Let's down in Edgewater for the Puppy Plunge.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, Harpy does need a home. And 2-year-old pit mix and very cute, needs a home. So AACSPCA to learn more about Harpy and to see if you can get a meet and greet with them. And don't be a jerk because they judge you.
That's right.
They're looking at him. You need to be just as nice as the dog is to you.
That's right. It has to be a perfect fit on both sides.
Yeah.
But Harpy needs a forever home along with all the gazillion kittens and cats that you've got there. And don't forget, it is a AOGO month in July. So if you would like to.
AOGO.
Exactly.
AACSPCA is for all the information there, as well as all the information on the Puppy Plunge again, August 25th. Annapolis Subaru or 149 Old Solomon's Island Road. And that's AnnapolisSubaru.com. Lots of good stuff in stock. And best of all, I guess, is that it's not a Buick.
Yeah, we don't have any Buicks.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. And hopefully August will be a little bit cooler than July, even though we'll be here toward the very end of July. But, close.
Let's just hope. Let's hope.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, ionannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at @IonAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.